Hi everyone, welcome to Loveworks. I am Stella. We are going to do an all signs tarot reading for you today. So we are going to take a look at Aries all the way through Pisces. Check your timestamp below for any placement is fine. And we'll just see whatever comes out. So let's go ahead and get started. If you would like a personal reading with me, as always, my link is in the description box underneath the More tab. All right, let's see what the message is for Aries, please. Tell me about Aries. What is their angel answer card to start this reading? Okay, not the right time, but you do have the situation will improve. Okay, so your angel answer card is not the right time. However, the situation will improve. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what's going on for you, Aries, with the tarot. Yeah, there may be like more clarity coming soon. Within the next 30 days, I feel. Within the next 30 days, things will improve. Or it might even be like 7 to 10 days, something along those lines. But let's see. What is the message for Aries, please? Okay, especially with a Gemini, if there is a Gemini involved. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but we do have that showing. Okay. Okay, so, interesting. Giving more thought into something. Okay, so I get why the not the right time showed up for you. Because with the Lover's card coming out, Aries, it's showing that you're, again, it could have something to do with a Gemini. All right, so there's that. But for others of you, it has nothing to do with a Gemini. I would say with this card showing up in more like what's representing your energy in this spread is more of knowing that you need to make some sort of choice. Feeling like you need to make a pretty big decision or move in a different direction. And unfortunately, like what's kind of holding you back right now is the Magician. The Magician is about manifesting, moving towards something. So I feel like this is saying it's possibly not the right time. So we do have a new moon coming up, or are we in it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the date today. But some of you may be wanting to manifest something really big. And that, it's a general reading on YouTube. So if your true highest self is still feeling that, and absolutely, then go for it, right? Don't let a tarot reading hold you back from that. But for some of you, this could be saying it's not the right time, though. It's not the right time for manifesting necessarily. In fact, I feel like Source wants you to be more in a reflective mood, not like reflective as like going back to the past or anything like that, but reflective as far as go ahead and be in your emotions a little bit. Go ahead and feel a little bit more about like what's deeply going on here, that is, because something is urging you to make a choice, make a new direction in some way. It's not just about manifesting success, in other words. So like if you're in a dull marriage, or if you're in a dull job or something like that, it's not just like, oh, I'm going to manifest more money in my job, or, oh, I'm going to manifest more passion in my love life, or something like that. It's more about taking the time to reflect on what exactly it is that you are missing from those things, and what you like, so that you can be very clear about what it is that you want to go forward with. This is a time to really dive into your intuition. Absolutely. What else do we have here? We've got Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Empress energy. Empress energy is in your advice. So along with this Queen of Cups, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis here on self-nurturing, self-care, self-promotion from the inside. Okay, so do take some time to kind of spoil yourself, treat yourself, take some time in the emotions again. in a positive way, in a positive reflecting way. I feel like you're going to get the intuitive hits then that you are looking for, which will then be the right time to manifest. Anything else? Let's see. Anyone that you're curious about in a romantic sense. If you intuitively are feeling that they're not the one, or that, because sometimes we want to mix up our intuition with what we actually want. So like what we want might be for this person to be the one, but our intuition is telling us it's not the one, but we want it so bad that we fool ourselves that we're getting answers that, yeah, he's the one or she's the one. So there's something about that I feel going on right now within someone that you are curious about romantically. And I feel like that's not really working for you right now. So it's more of really listening to your intuition. There may be someone that you're interested in or starting to date or something along those lines. There might be a strong chemistry with this Lovers card here. But I don't feel like they are necessarily that stability long term that you are looking for. And trying to manifest that out of this person or out of this situation, it feels like it probably won't happen. That this is something you're curious about and there's chemistry, but that it's probably not really in alignment with what you truly are desiring in a partnership with someone. Okay, so I see that message too. But for most of you, I feel like it's just life in general, decisions, maybe about work, career, other different things along those lines, that it's not about like manifesting something, in a big way right now, but it's more about reflecting why you do need to make some choices to move forward. Choices that are going to self-nurture and help you develop and feel more harmonious and more rich. All right, not necessarily money rich. It can be that too, but just more rich in general. And take time to nourish those feelings about that, then manifest. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. All right, so let's go to Taurus. All right. Uh-huh. Okay, Taurus, let's see what the message is wanting to come out for you. All right, Taurus, we're going to start with the Angel Answers card. Cards. Okay, apparently we got two. Okay. You have There's Something Better at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Be assertive and trust. Be assertive and trust that there is something better. And then communicate clearly is underneath that. So those are your two cards here. Okay. So, all right, Taurus, let's see what's going on. Okay, tell me about Taurus, please. What is the message for Taurus at this time? Any placement, Taurus. Taurus, please. Okay. I have some communication coming in soon, something like that, but let's see. All right. Nope. Okay, nice. All right. Time to move forward in something. That's for sure. I get the be assertive thing. All right. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Yours is very similar to the Aries reading. Like very, very, very similar. Okay. Whereas it is definitely time to take some time to, because your advice card is the Three of Swords. So there's something that Spirit Source is wanting you to notice. Like, okay, because advice being the Three of Swords wouldn't say, oh, your advice is to be brokenhearted. Your advice is to be disappointed. Of course not. Why would that be, something we would want to do, right? So I feel like the advice section of this reading coming out as the Three of Swords is saying, like, take a look at why are you disappointed? Why are you feeling like this isn't working for you in some direction of your life, right? Could be a lot of different areas of your life. Could be with your work, your career, your relationships that you have now, or being single, looking for relationships, any of those things. So your advice is to take stock, take notice, and really pay attention to like, why am I not satisfied in my work? All right, do some deeper, especially now because we have like this Scorpio kind of new moon or something energy. And we're coming off of Scorpio going into Sagittarius soon, which is an optimism sign. So Scorpio is about like looking at the depths of things and like inspecting it. So that would be really good for you right now. This is not a Scorpio card, but it just has that flair, and it being your polarity, right? So there's something here about like looking at something deep underneath the surface, pulling it up, and not being afraid to look at it. Why are you disappointed with your love life? Why are you disappointed with your work or career? Why are you disappointed in whichever situation kind of brought you or inspired you to watch a tarot reading, right? So what is it about those things? And because it's like, universe clearly wants you to turn the wheel. They want you to enter into this good cycle. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is things changing, things moving, entering into a much better cycle, coming off of difficult cycles and now turning the wheel to things that are positive and working for you, especially with this Strength card. But the thing is, I feel like you guys are so focused on like nurturing this like healing part of yourself that you aren't really recognizing that, hey, maybe it's time to kind of let go of that and start getting a little more dynamic again. All right, it's like coming out of that healing energy and start being dynamic is what I'm getting. Hold on one second. Okay, so all right, so you have the Magician, you have the Eight of Cups. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. All right, because a hidden influence here, is that I feel like, again, it's very similar to the Aries reading, where it's like what's kind of like been an obstacle for you or holding you back is literally the Eight of Cups. So it's like spending too much time leaving emotions and trying to manifest something new for yourself, but not really sure exactly what that plan is or what that is. So again, I feel like this is time for you to move into more of a dynamic, competitive spirit for yourself. All right, like kind of throw yourself into the ring, throw yourself into the fire with certain things. It says be assertive. Take that mask off, right? Look at the theatrical mask she's set aside, right? And showing her true self, right? And trust that there is something better for you. All right, communicate clearly is at the bottom of the deck. And then you have compromise, okay? And then no need to worry is after that. So there's something here about recognizing disappointments, not just trying to get by on, well, I'll manifest something new, right? Because it's like, sure, you might manifest something new, but it's if we don't deal with like what disappointed us or how we got into certain situations in the first place, into these disappointment modes, then chances are, sure, we can have a good cycle for a while, but then we're right back into it because we didn't really take the time to realize and learn and grow from what disappointed us from the previous things. So basically right now, it's a really good time to not focus so much on emotional things that have brought you down, those types of things. All right. We don't want to dissect the past or anything like that. We just want to recognize. So make a list. All right. Make a list. Like, let's say it's your job. You're not happy with your job. Let's say. All right. So make a list. What aren't you happy with? Is it the pay? Is it the people? Is it are you bored? Write down those things. And then take a look at those things and say, okay, well then, yeah, I see why I'm not happy with my job. So if it's, let's say, low pay, then you can deduct that it's like you should be paid more, right? So that's why you're disappointed. It's not enough money. So then what does that relate to? Self-worth, self-value, being more assertive, asking, communicating clearly for what you want, right? So that's how we can get to those things. And that's how we can learn and grow. So that's what I suggest doing with this, because it's like there's something here where Spirit wants you to kind of jump into the fire of something, even if it's competitive, even if there's, confusion, or even if it's not exactly 100% clear for you. It's like they want you to turn towards a more exciting, passionate adventure. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, let's see. So that is Taurus. We're on to Gemini. Okay, all right, Geminis. Let's see what the message is for you. Gemini, please. Gemini. Geminis. Yep, okay, we'll go with that. A little bounty card. Ooh, all right. Okay. Okay, so so the card that bounced around is within the next few weeks. The reason I had like such a serious look on my face, okay, is because you have a no at the bottom of the deck. So you have within the next few weeks, and then you have no. But then after that, I noticed you have opportunity in the near future, and the situation will improve is here also. So I don't know, there might be something within the next few weeks that is a no. Okay, but then there's an opportunity in the near future, okay, that will be improved. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Okay, within the next few weeks. Okay, so tell me about Geminis, please. Okay. So something you might give a lot of consideration to over these next couple weeks that... not right now. All right, like it might be a no right now, but again, there is an opportunity that will be in the near future. Okay. So let's see. What do we have for Gemini, please? Could have something to do with moving or something like that too. All right. Gemini. All right. Yeah, it could definitely have something to do with moving, because the Four of Wands is in the hidden influences, and I saw a couple things like that look like it could have something to do with like a home. Or maybe like if your house, you're thinking of putting your house on the market or something within the next few weeks. No, but there will be an opportunity in the near future. The situation will improve. It could have something to do with that too. All right, but let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Hey, your card. Interesting. Whoa. All right. Some really good cards. Oh, hello. Dang. All right. Really good stuff showing up here for you. Okay. And I see that's like that makes sense with your reading about like that there will be in the near future, like there's going to be an opportunity and something is absolutely looking like it wants to improve here for you. Okay. So the first I'm going to mention the zodiac signs that are showing up here. We have Sagittarius, we have Taurus, we have Scorpio, we have Cancers, and we do have Gemini. So I already know you're a Gemini, but the Gemini card came out, so this could indicate possibly another Gemini. Okay, either way though, I do feel like you have some like really good cards as far as like your most likely outcome. These are the cards that are showing up, all right? This graduation here of something moving forward, a choice. This could even have something to do with like really finding the one or connecting with someone that could lead to, a possible traditional long-term relationship, something along those lines. Okay, so right now, right, it might not be moving in that direction, but again, in the near future, there's an opportunity. And we also have another kind of marriage card here, or partnership card here. So it doesn't have to be about romantic love. It could just mean like partnership or something that's working out in a very positive way for you. Like you're a match for them, they're a match for you. Looks really good. You have the Nine of Cups here. I feel like Spirit's saying, hey, you know, manifest something, especially over this period of time, like right now in current energy. I do feel so, like if you're a little confused, because let's say you're watching also the Aries placement where it is said not really a time to manifest, but you're watching both placements because you have Gemini too or something like that, and this one's saying yes, manifest. What I would say is then find out like more about, like if you're a Gemini sun, then manifest, all right, but don't manifest wherever like Aries is in your chart. Okay, like that kind of thing. That's a little complicated. Don't worry about it if you don't understand that. But for those of you who are confused, like if one of the reads says don't manifest and one says do manifest, that's why. Okay, so let's get to your crux here of the reading. Knight of Wands. Okay, so I can see like you're active. You're wanting to do something. You're wanting to change circumstances. You're wanting to turn the wheel here and move towards like that type of energy. The thing is, though, let's see. I think you're good. I think all of your energy matches, quite frankly. I don't see any, because I do have a couple areas of the spread that are things that are maybe holding you back or things that are obstacles to getting where you need to go. If anything, the only thing I would say is possibly just being too patient with something or too patient with someone or something along those lines. I feel like with this, the way I'm seeing, it's kind of cut off on the camera here, but I'm seeing this, here, let me move them down so you see what I'm talking about here. All right, so I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune with the Nine of Cups here. All right, I'm seeing the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands. So I do feel like flanking either side of your reading, the very first card, the very last card, right? We have all about manifesting, turning the wheel, getting into like expecting positive change, that sort of thing. Okay, might not be in the next few weeks. All right, there's a no here, but you know, get ready. There is an opportunity here, and it is in your near future. So absolutely, I do think things are turning around for you. I do think there is possibility here of something highly committed and highly meant for you. It could, again, be like a partnership, something like that, or absolutely it could be romance and something that could lead to something much bigger here. So, you know, eyes wide open, heart wide open, arms wide open, all those good things in the right circumstances. Okay, in the right circumstances. So something that you may be pursuing now might not, you know, might be a no. So you might be dating somebody now or have your eye on somebody now, maybe talking to somebody on the apps right now. Maybe, you know, maybe it's, or, you know, maybe it's not with that no. Okay, but either way, you do have an opportunity in the near future. So be open to things is what I would say. Keep open. Don't be too patient with things either when it comes to manifesting or turning the wheel in your favor, asking, you know, up above for you know, a little extra help, a little extra guidance, things like that. Like, don't be shy right now. This is your time to like move things forward in a very positive way. But it's not so much that you have to move them forward. I feel like it's more that you just have to like allow for them to move forward. So I don't think you need to do anything like as far as be super assertive, go out there and crush it, go do this, go on every dating app, you know, whatever, go to every job interview. It's more of like allowing things to actually turn in your favor. All right, that's really what I'm seeing. Just go with the flow, but do take inspired action when it does feel right. All right, so that is Gemini. Looks very promising. Let's go to Cancers. Okay, Cancers, let's see what the message is for you. Cancers, tell me about Cancers, please. Cancers. Oh, there it is. Compromise and look for a sign. Okay, so yeah, the first card that popped out is Compromise. Okay, and we have the balancing of the scales there. Could have something to do with a Libra or something to do with like anything that revolves around like legalities, things like that. Look for a sign. Okay, so keep your intuition open. Look for signs, look for synchronicities, things like that. Compromise could just also be in like you know, a conversation about something, right? Okay, so let's see. Possibly with a Virgo. Yeah, double up on Virgo. Okay, what is going on for Cancers, please? Messages for Cancers. Oh, yeah, you have... So, you might be, like, I don't know, possibly giving something or someone the silent treatment or, done. You know, something like that, possibly. Yeah, but there's something here that's saying to compromise. There's some sort of news or conversation or something like that. So, I mean, it's not for everybody. I mean, you know, if you walked away from something that you purely needed to walk away from, then, you know, stick to your guns. Absolutely. But, you know, if there is something where, like, you're sort of like, oh, I don't know, maybe I acted too rashly, or maybe I'm acting too quickly or too emotionally or something like that, then maybe, you know, give it a little time, look for a sign, ask for some guidance, you know, do some deep prayer, something like that. Okay, what do we have for Cancers, please? What's going on for Cancers? Okay. Yeah, that Hermit came out again. Interesting. So Virgo energy is being shown here. Sagittarius also highly focused here. Gemini energies we have. Wow. Okay. Scorpio as well. Okay. Eight of Cups. Okay. All right. I like that at the bottom of the deck. All right. That's looking good. All right, let's take a look and see what we have here. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle and redo the oracle cards and everything, because I feel like this is a reading for someone who I just gave a personal reading to, because it is almost the exact situation verbatim. And so, and that's fine, you know, it's fine if you're watching other placements and stuff like that. I'm not trying to call you out, but it's the same message. So it's like there's something here about there could possibly be some sort of delay, but it's time to let go, get some more information. Don't be in that energy of resentment too much, but do stand up for yourself, right? Because Gemini is in the hidden influences, and we have this energy of emotionally leaving this behind now and starting to move forward to what you need to rebuild. Okay, so it's, and I will say peaceful resolution is right after get more information is peaceful resolution, which we had in your personal reading. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up, and we are going to see what else comes out. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's get another reading for Cancers. Cancers, please. Cancers. So what I wanted to say, actually, before I get into that, so if you are watching this and that sort of thing, again, I'm not trying to call you out or make you feel bad in any way for watching. That's fine. But what I would say is if you get a personal reading and it has a pretty decent outcome and it's a pretty good looking situation, stick with that. The more readings that you watch, diminish that reading. Okay, because here's the way that works. When universe gives you a good answer, something that you like or something that feels right, even if maybe we don't like it, but I mean, it feels right, it feels like the right answer, then stick with that. When we keep looking for more, then universe, I feel, gets a little irritated. Like, hey, I gave you the answer. Why keep digging? Because now I'm just going to confuse you. You know, because it's going to be a lesson, you know, like you should have, you know, just stick with your instincts, stick with what you are feeling is the right answer. Don't keep digging and prying for like more of something, right? That kind of thing. All right. So just stick with what that reading was. And, you know, if it felt right for you and it seems like it's the same answer coming out again. Okay. So no need to keep, like, don't keep testing fate. Because eventually then there's going to be a crappy reading, right? And then maybe that reading was for somebody else, right? But you might take it as like, oh, now things have changed or something like that, right? Okay. All right. So let's get a clean, fresh start here for Cancers. What do we have for Cancers, please? What is their message? Cancers. Okay, we'll go with that one. All right. Opportunity. There we go. Love it. Opportunity. That's the kind of card Cancer wants to see. Okay, opportunity for Cancers. Okay, what's up? Ooh, it could be something coming in quick that you weren't really expecting or not seeing, or something that's around you coming in quickly. Okay. All right, what do we have? Messages for Cancers, please. Highest and clearest for our Cancer friends. Okay. All right. Yeah, something to see here. Something to see from a different perspective. Oh. Oh, that's why I said that. All right. Oh, hello. All right. Could be a Leo in your energy. We have Pisces, Aries showing up also. All right. Choosing a direction. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there's an opportunity here. So I feel this could be in relation to anything. It could be romantic love. It could be work and career. It could be some sort of leadership position, or just taking the reins with something. Okay, so give me just a second here. Let me see what's going on. I think you're in a good energy right now of like you're able to see a lot of different sides to things. So I feel like right now is a powerful time for you. Like it's in the air for you. It's in your, energy, or, it's something that you are cycling through where you are able to see like more perspectives than you could before. When I split the deck there, with the, I think it was like a Cancer card or something, but the Four of Cups, right? So it's like possibly before you weren't seeing like what's possibly right in front of you. Okay, I feel like this is a good time to see what is right in front of you. There is something here to make a choice to move toward, something that I feel is sort of destined in a way. It could have something to do with a masculine, for sure. All right. It could have something to do with a leadership position for you, or just overall, like just taking leadership over seeing these possibilities that are around you, because there is this opportunity. So let me see what's kind of holding you back. Okay, you have the Fool card as holding you back, which is interesting because the Fool card is usually like taking that leap of faith, having a clean slate, that type of thing. So the one deal I would say is I feel like this is a time for you to really make like connection with someone. And it doesn't have to be in a romantic sense. All right. It is the Two of Cups. But the Two of Cups can also mean connectedness, or like-minded, emotionally on the same page, partnerships, things like that. But one thing I would say here is that now is not the time to be like, oh, I don't care about that stuff. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm just a Fool card. I'm just going to go do this by myself and do that by myself and take leaps of faith with this, by myself and things like that. It's like, I feel like Spirit's urging you to look more at like partnership. All right, rather than kind of forcing yourself into these new starts, or forcing yourself to like do things, adventurous things that you feel like, I should be doing these fun, exciting new things or something like that. Now you should be open to stuff, absolutely. But I'm really getting here because this isn't in like what's been holding you back. All right. And this is more in the position of what Spirit wants you to be. So instead of just sort of being too independent and like doing everything on your own and all of that sort of thing, I feel like Spirit's wanting you to connect more with someone or a situation. All right. More emotionally connected. In your hidden influences, you have the card of Leo. All right, so there may be a Leo that's coming forward, or it's just the sun, right? The hidden influences that are going on right now are like something like bold. There's a lot of enthusiasm in the air. There's something that's like wanting to like bring you an opportunity here, right? Spirit's like saying, man, we want you to see this. Don't miss this, don't let this pass by, kind of thing. And the Fool card might not see opportunities, if they're not taking time to connect, all right, with others or with situations. So I do feel like it's a time for you to, like, Spirit's really getting this across, that it, like, to notice things around you, notice others around you, notice opportunities to connect. All right, don't look for opportunities to disengage. All right, look for opportunities to connect. With the Ten of Pentacles here and the Emperor, all right, let me take a look at these. All right. Okay, I would say too, like if there's someone who's like married or something along those lines, it could be like an obstacle to your freedom. The other thing is too, desiring too much of like, well, I only date emperors. That's all I date. If this is about love, we're going to talk about other aspects too, but if it's about love for you, there may be something that's kind of holding you back. And in the sense of, this is my type, this is the type of person I like. Some of you might really like that sort of like machismo, or sort of like almost like kind of controlling types, okay? Subtly, like maybe you're not aware of that, but that is the type that you like. You go for those kind of guys, or the kind of guy that's stoic but lays down the law, or something like that, which is like not working for you. Like open up to different perspectives, okay? For sure. Because I feel like deep inside you are like a fun-loving person, but there's something about, you might be so fun-loving person that you think that you do better with someone who's a little bit more grounded and maybe a little bit more controlling in a way. And I feel like this is saying, no, that's not necessarily the case. I feel like you need a match. You need somebody that's actually just as fun and exciting and just involved as you, somebody that you can really emotionally connect with here. So instead of looking for like that secure sort of type, all right, to engage in different, like maybe try something a little different, as far as like your patterns in dating or whom you are attracted to. If it's not about dating and love or something along those lines, and it's more, let's say, work, career, or something along those lines, same thing. It's like enthusiasm is really what your hidden influence is. All right, you might think it's like, well, I need to take leadership and I need to be practical and I need to build this and be very grounded and just think about how I'm going to structure this and be like a masculine energy with this. And again, this is saying, no, not really. It's like, yes, you do absolutely need to be leadership material, but leadership with heart. All right, not just leadership because that's what we do. That's how, business works. It's like leadership with heart, with connecting to others, not just trying to lone wolf something on your own. Partnership is good. All right, partnership breeds enthusiasm. Hence, the whole theory of muses, right? It's like, it breeds inspiration and there can be masculine muses and feminine muses, it can be all kinds of muses. So I feel like that is something that is good for you right now, not to lone wolf things, not to try to do everything out on your own, not to be so carefree about things like, well, oh, well, this is what I'm going to do, kind of thing. It's like, yes, have some leadership, but make sure that there's like heart and connectedness and enthusiasm with that leadership. Make that choice. Start seeing it. There is an opportunity here for you, and it's a very positive opportunity. All right, so that's what I see. All right, so that was Cancer. We are on to Leo. Okay. All right, Leo, let's see what the message is for you. Leos, please. Leo. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. So you have recovery is your card, and I'm smiling because you also have improving health. So there's that message. If some of you have been going through something, it's like you do have recovery here and improving health. Okay. But recovery can also just mean like take time, meditate, right? It's like that's what will like recover your. Oh, you have no need to worry at the bottom of the deck as well. But that's what will improve, like your Ace of Cups in the heart chakra, right? Improve your overall health is to take time to, maybe meditate, do some yoga, something like that, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on for Leo. All right. Leo, please. What is the message for Leos? Yep. All right. Chariot card coming out. All right. So you're ready. You're ready to have a breakthrough in something. Good. Yeah. What's been holding you back? It could literally be some of you just sort of, going through something, feeling like you need to work on your, strength and vitality. Okay. But now it's showing in this energy of the Chariot card, which is breaking free, moving forward. Yeah, moving away from that. Okay, good. So your oracle cards certainly match. Oh, Tower. Wowza. Okay, you have some like nice cards here. Yeah, I feel like you guys like have the ability to like manifest your way towards improving something for yourself. The health of something, right? No need to worry is here. Wow. Okay. After that, I wanted to see what was under. So you have recovery, and then it was improving health. Then you have no need to worry. Whoops. Within the next few months. Yes. Oh, can't make this up. I didn't even notice. I would have been even more excited had I seen that, because I stopped here when I saw yes, and I was like, wow, right on. Look, next card. Double yeses. Wow. All right. So yeah, there's something here. And you know what's interesting? When I was holding up these cards showing you, the no need to worry card just fell out over the Tower. Okay. So there's something going on here. All right. Definitely something going on here. But Source is really coming through this reading saying, okay, there might be a little something going on. But now please keep in mind too, if this is like a major situation, major health situation, major, I don't know, whatever situation, it's like we can't just go by a general tarot reading on YouTube. I mean, and say, oh, no need to worry. Those cards said so, right? I mean, do what you need to do, take care of yourself and all of those things. That being said, I feel like this is the universe's way of saying that, yeah, there's something going on. All right. But there's possibly a Tower going on. But the thing is, it's like you are going to manifest like the best possible outcome for yourself with this situation. That's what I see. So there's definitely this energy, and I feel like this, like you can feel it. The Chariot card, breakthroughs, breaking free from something, on the right track now, that kind of thing. Spirit is agreeing, saying, yeah, it's time to really leave some emotional difficulties behind and move towards manifesting, move towards the future. You've had to possibly conserve your energy or, for something, or just felt like you've really needed to be strong through something. Now there's like this break free energy. In the hidden influences, you have the Emperor here. So this could have something to do with like a masculine controlling energy. It could have something to do with an Aries. Okay. Doesn't mean they have to be controlling or anything like that. But sometimes the Emperor card, to me personally as a reader, can be that sort of domineering masculine energy. Okay. It's also the card for Aries. It could also be like a father figure or boss, something like that too. So that's in the hidden influences. Now, it's not necessarily saying it's a negative. It's saying it's in the hidden influences. All right. So the other quite possibility of this is too, it's like taking leadership over yourself to, rebuild something, or realize that something's on a faulty ground, and it's like you might have to go through some towers here in order to get to a more solid place with this situation or person. Okay. The no need to worry card did fall out on the tower, but this is definitely showing as like in an obstacle position in this reading. It's like an obstacle to your freedom. So the tower is sudden things that happen, things that come out of the blue, things that sort of shock us or wake us up. All right, epiphanies sometimes even, right? So it's not always like horrible, even though, you know, old school tarot, it's not pleasant. Okay, I mean, people are jumping from a tower, you know, of a burning lightning strike building here, right? But it's like, I would say newer generational stuff is, it's more of sometimes a wake-up call type of card. All right, something needs to change. Something wasn't built on a healthy foundation, thus it ain't looking too good, right? So, and it can surprise us and come out of the blue and all that kind of stuff. But chances are there was a lot of buildup to it. Okay. So either way, this is good. All right. Because it's like, I feel like you are surviving the tower. All right. And you are moving and manifesting now towards this energy of something very solid for yourself, Leos. Something that is going to be a very either solid partnership, romantic, something like that, or in business and career, something that feels like it's really building and growing and prospering and all of that sort of thing. So I do feel like you have some really good energy, some good recovery energy here that is going to bring a lot more positive foundational change to your life. That's what I'm seeing. All right. Okay. So that is Leo. Excellent reading for you guys. Not my skills. I didn't mean excellent reading. I just meant like excellent reading for you guys for sure. Okay, we are on to Virgo. Okay. Virgo, please. What do we have for Virgo? Virgo. Okay, we do have remain positive at the bottom of the deck. And take action is your actual card that you drew. All right, so we have take action, remain positive. Okay, pretty simple directive there. Oh, I cut the deck at, Virgo and 2 of Cups. Okay, I like it. Wow. Yeah, you guys might be getting some sort of communication, something like that coming up here. All right. Okay, what is going on for Virgos, please? Oh my gosh, Virgo, you just keep coming out all over the place. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. What's going on for Virgo, please? Oh, no, 9 of Pentacles is Capricorn. Never mind. Okay. Is it? Oh my God. For some reason, I'm blanking on that. That's all right. I'll figure it out. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's Virgo. Yeah, okay. Ooh, all right. 9 of Cups. Some kind of victory, some kind of win, some kind of celebration, some kind of moving forward. Something very positive here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, and you have remain positive. Interesting. Okay. Hold on. Give me a moment here. This could be a family situation with the Emperor, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, which can be children at times. Hold on here. Let's see. What's going on? All right, I'm going to take a minute with this. Hang on here. Okay, let's see. All right. With the 10 of Cups, I feel like you're in a lot of good energy right now. I feel like there's a lot of support around you right now, but you may not be seeing that. Okay. So there is like a very innocent energy that is around you. The 6 of Cups. All right. 6 of Cups is very sincere, very kind. All right. Innocence, kindness, sincere gestures, things like that. But with the Two of Swords showing in this position of basically sort of like what's holding you back is not seeing this. Okay. I feel like there's an energy here or an opportunity to embrace more the happy side of things, the innocent side of things, especially if it has something to do with children or family or something along those lines. Or even like sometimes the Six of Cups can be like a past life soulmate or, you know, something like that. But it's like this very sincere, nice, nostalgic energy. Okay. It's not like a crappy ex from the past or, you know, something like that. As far as hidden influences, you have the Ten of Pentacles. All right. So I do think there is potential here for something to grow, for something to be very, very stable. But the Emperor is showing as like an obstacle to your freedom. Okay. So the Emperor energy it literally may be an Aries. It is a card for Aries. It's also, though, like a card of something possibly controlling or feeling like under someone's thumb or a domination in some way, right? Feeling subservient to a situation. So whatever that may be, it's time, and that could even just be, it might not be a person. It might, you know, might be manifesting in some of your lives as a person. It can be a father figure sometimes, or a boss, or something along those lines. But it's like either way, it's not necessarily like, I feel like it's manifesting as the energy of not being too dominant with a situation. The Emperor card is sort of like on the throne and dictating this and, you know, that kind of thing, right? And this is showing as an obstacle to your freedom. So if it's not manifesting, like I said, as a specific person in your life, it might be showing that energy in your life. Maybe you're too harsh on yourself. Maybe you lay down the law, you know, with yourself. Maybe you are trying to be too stoic about a situation instead of possibly indulging in the lighter, innocent part of life, right? It's like, it's not going to hinder you from getting to the Ten of Pentacles, to getting to where you want to be. In fact, it's showing as being a hindrance, like being too stoic with something or too controlling with something. And I'm not saying controlling because you're Virgo, all right? Again, like I said, this might be a person in your life, but if it's not, or if there are a lot of people like that in your life, it may be because you are being that way to yourself in some way, and like begets like. So if we're being like emperors to ourselves and being controlling and domineering and keeping ourselves, you know, in this armor, you know, shielding ourselves from things, then we're going to attract others who are in that energy, right? Because you clearly have like something really good that can be happening here for you. All right. You have the Sun card as far as advice. The Sun card is enthusiasm, happiness. You know, I mean, look at the little baby on the horse, wee, you know, with the arms out and all that kind of stuff. And your most likely outcome is the Nine of Cups. So some type of wish fulfillment here. So it's like, don't let this be an obstacle to your wish fulfillment of something that is lighter, more fun, more full of just innocence and sincerity. Okay. So don't tear that down. Don't knock that down within yourself. All right. Don't let anyone else do that to you. And embrace enthusiasm, embrace like the happiness of things. And it's like anything that shows up for you to take action toward, don't let like something or someone stand in your way that you feel like has more power than you. Okay, don't give away your power right now. If something shows up for you, remain positive. This is a good thing. This is moving toward a wish fulfillment. And it's absolutely like the best way to go. All right, for sure. So something to take action toward, remain positive toward. Don't let any put foot down type of energies within yourself or from someone else keep you from being enthusiastic and excited and connecting with energies here that feel positive for you. Okay, so that's what I am seeing there. All right, so we're on to Libra. Okay, Libras, let's see what the message is for Libras, please. What is the Angel Answers card for Libra? Success. Wow. All right. Love it. Okay, you have recovery at the bottom of the deck. Okay, success. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay, what is the message for Libras, please? Libras. Let's get a message for Libras that is the highest and clearest for those who are not already having the answers but are looking for new answers, things like that. Tell me about Libras, please. Highest and clearest. Thank you. All right. Woo. All right. Very confident. Look at you. Yeah, you realize that's been holding you back. Interesting. Okay. Yours reminds me of, I think it was Taurus a little bit, your reading. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. You got Pisces showing up here, kind of hanging around the deck. We've got Gemini energy, perhaps, maybe Virgo. Okay. Leo also. But regardless of those signs, so you're in this energy of confidence. I think that's great, all right, because as far as what has been holding you back, it's the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords has been holding you back. You probably are realizing that, like feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling like, oh, God, I don't know, anxiety, things like that, right? But in the current energy, it's like you're confident. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to take something on. So it's like, this is more like Spirit saying, yes, jump into that arena, jump into the competition, jump into the fire, in a positive way. All right, for sure. It's like, you're being given like kind of extra energy right now to stay and remain confident in any type of fight or competition or something along those chaos, something along those lines. There's a hidden influence here we have of the Magician, which is, I look at this as a good thing. I feel like that's, there's a hidden influence here of being able to manifest right now, being able to take the tools that you do have and make them work for you, make them like help develop your inner strengths, help them to demonstrate your inner strengths that you do have. So I do feel like you have confidence like inside. Well, like the outer confidence is definitely showing, the inside is catching up. That's what I see. There's influence right now to help you to match your outer confidence, all right, to start demonstrating your inner strengths. That's what I see like coming forward here. As far as things that could be obstacles toward your freedom, okay, and this may be something that you're not seeing, is something about the Two of Cups. So it could mean like staying in a relationship that's one-sided. All right, you may feel like there's a great connection there, but is there, maybe not. But there's another way of looking at this. All right, with this Two of Swords here is the obstacle could be that you're not seeing a connection that is positive, that could, be in this, oh, wow. So yeah, romance is underneath the deck. And you're ready. Wow, is underneath that. Okay, so yeah, that's what it is then. I think for the bulk of you, all right, it's more that it's probably not like a one-sided romance that you need to take a look at that may be an obstacle. I think for most of you, it's more the opposite, that there is a connection here that possibly you're just not wanting to see right now. You're not ready to admit, or you're not sure if you're strong enough to recover from possibly a past romance and be ready for a new romance or something along those lines. I feel like Spirit is saying yes yes across the board in all areas for you. Like, yes, you are ready to, recover now, have success in your life, move towards things that are successful, don't deny yourself that there could absolutely be connections. Maybe some of you are like, oh, I'm just focused about like my competitive work and I need to be confident. I don't have time for love, that sort of thing. Well, Spirit is saying, what you're not seeing is that is part of the equation. Because when we're happy in like kind of all areas of our life, so many people, and I say this all the time in readings, so many people are always like one or the other when why not both? It's like allow all kinds of abundant energies into your life. It doesn't have to be, I'm just focused on my career right now, or I'm just focused on my relationship right now and not so much on my career. It doesn't have to be either or. It can be all these things. As long, we're strong. We are really strong, stronger than we think. We can take on a lot of good, abundant energies, right? And that's what I'm seeing for you. So there's something here where I feel like you're like not wanting to see that there is a connection, but there is a connection. All right. Or there's one wanting to come in for you. That's what I see here. All right. So embrace things. I feel like this is what the bulk of your reading is like, to embrace things that are abundant and build your confidence and your strength, your outward strength, your outward confidence. You are doing well. Really keep working on that inner confidence to match. And I feel like you are, you're definitely going to nail it in a good way. All right. That's what I see. Okay. So we are on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see what the message is for Scorpios. Scorpio, please. Oh, there it is. You are ready, Scorpio. And you have asked for help from others at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So you're ready came out. Yes, you are. All right. What are you ready for? You're ready to ask for help from others? Hell no. No Scorpio's ready for that. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Hell yeah, you are. Okay. What is the message for Scorpio, please? Maybe you're ready to end something, to really shake things up. I see that tower there, too. Okay, making a decision. So maybe it's, you're needing to ask for some help to make this decision. To ask for help from others could mean literal people, or ask for like angels kind of thing, right? Okay, what do we have for Scorpio, please? What is their message? Okay. Ooh, Empress. Empress energy. Hell yeah, you're ready. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Taking a leap of faith on something. Moving, possibly, for some of you. Yeah, definitely could have something to do with moving or a relationship on the horizon. Something along those lines coming in. You have a very interesting reading, Scorpio. Okay, because you're showing up as Empress energy as far as like the signifying card here, right? So this is like in my placement for like you, who I'm reading for. So you're showing up in this beautiful Empress energy. You have this, you are ready, right? But like, what's been holding you back? The Hanged Man. Possibly just feeling like you're in limbo, or trying to see too many perspectives. Okay. Because that's very Scorpionic, right? Because it's like, I mean, what do? We look at this perspective and that perspective and this and this and that, and we dig and we go deep and all those things. You may be looking at too many different perspectives, and that could have been what's been holding you back. Whereas the Empress trusts herself, or themselves. Okay. The Empress trusts themselves. They trust that they are coming from a place of self-love, of self-valuing, of a place of abundance and something to nurture and give. Okay. So when you have that type of energy, then it's not really about all the different perspectives. There's only one perspective then. And that perspective is Empress energy. Like, what grows, what nurtures, what is abundant, right? And because interestingly enough, you have the Five of Pentacles in the placement here of what like sort of source or spirit like wants you to be. Why would Source or Spirit want us to be the Five of Pentacles? They would not. Okay, so I'm seeing this as I get where it's going from the other cards. The Five of Pentacles is very much a victim mentality card. It's also oftentimes associated with abandonment issues, but also it's very much associated with needing to ask for help. And it's very interesting because you have ask for help from others. Because, I mean, if you look at this card, you know, there's this person in the, you know, one of them here is in this like like shabby, thin shawl. The other one's on crutches, and they're out in the snow in a snowstorm. That ain't going to fare too well, is it? All right. But it's a card of being so like stubborn to ask for help, or feeling too like unworthy to ask for help, because there's a nice warm church glow coming out of that window. All they'd have to do is go knock on that door and ask for help. They'd probably be let in, maybe even given a meal. Definitely be nice and warm and cozy, right? Look at that warm, cozy glow coming from the windows. But no, they're going to tough it out, you know, either because they're too stubborn, or the other, because they don't feel worthy. Like, well, I don't want to burden, you know, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to go ask for help. So whichever one, like, you may feel like you fit into, it's time to address that. Spirit is saying address that. All right, because it's a poverty consciousness. It's I'll just struggle through this, you know, kind of thing, and that's not what's being called for right now. Hidden influences. You have the King of Wands. Some of you may have a very strong entrepreneurial spirit to bring out. Okay. Either that, or there could be a fire sign masculine energy that is a hidden influence for you. I don't feel like this is in a negative way. I feel like it's in a positive way. Okay. So King of Wands typically stands for like that kind of entrepreneurial spirit, action, listening to one's intuition, things like that. And so I do feel like if there is someone that fits that bill that's around in your life, they're a hidden influence in a good way. Or it just may be those energies that are a hidden influence for you to sort of model after at this time. Obstacles. All right, to your freedom. Queen of Cups. It's you, Scorpio. All right. So it's like the feminine side of Scorpio. The, yes, highly intuitive and all of that, but possibly looking too hard for answers. Again, looking too hard for perspectives, looking for the answers, right? Instead of taking the masculine energy of action and creativity and inspiration, all right? You have the Magician here showing up as your advice. So this is saying, hey, Scorpio, you've got the tools. You've got the tools. I'm mixing up two songs right now. I'm hearing like Prince, You Got the Look. Oh, I loved that song. And something else. I don't know. I was like a mashup in my head of two different songs. But anyway, all right. So maybe that's it. It's like a mashup. All right. It's like you've got these different tools here, Scorpio. So now this is showing up in your advice. It's time to use them. It's time to be the MFN magician, right? And you know, as above, so below. I'm Scorpio, right? It's time to like use that to your ability, in your favor here. And you have the Knight of Cups showing up as your most likely outcome. Knight of Cups, something being communicated here that's an offer, or something coming forward that is moving forward. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you need to communicate an offer, all right, to someone, all right, if that makes sense for you. But either way, it's like it's a very positive forward movement if these other things can be tackled, all right? So that's what I see for you, Scorpio. Now we're on to, and you're ready. You're ready for help from others, okay? Let's go to Sagittarius. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the message is for Sagittarius, please. Angel answer card first, before we get to the tarot. Sagittarius. Okay. Recovery and let go showing up. Okay. So this has been floating around the bottom of the deck for a while, but it finally came out. All right. So it's been at the bottom of the deck for a couple of the readings, but it hasn't actually come out. So we have recovery and let go. Oh, and then we have a yes. Remain positive is there after that. Oh, sorry, I'm covering up the lettering. There we go. Let go and yes. And remain positive. Okay. All right. Let's see what's up. Okay. Sagittarius, please. Could be a Gemini apologizing or coming to apologize, or a relationship recovering in some way. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Capricorn also showing up here? Another Sagittarius, perhaps. Okay, messages for Sagittarius. All right, let's go with that one. Ooh, all right. So you're definitely not feeling that right now. I get it. All right, showing up with the Three of Swords here. Could be something with a Libra, or just, I don't know, something that doesn't seem fair. Okay. Okay. All right, and you have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Yeah, time to move away from a situation here that is... There's something to remain positive about in a different way. Okay, so with the Three of Swords coming out in your sort of immediate energy right now, you may not be feeling like things are recovering or whatnot. You know, you could feel very disappointed, brokenhearted, something along those lines. As far as what's been holding you back, you have Justice showing up here. So possibly could have been, you know, there's a lot of different things. You know, this can be a karmic situation. It's just been a karma. That's what's been holding you back. There's been something to see. The good news is you are going to see it. All right. That's what, well, there's definitely an opportunity that you're going to see it soon. Okay, so if it's been some sort of karmic lesson that's been holding you back, you're going to have more clarity about that soon. Okay. If it's literally a Libra, maybe there's a Libra that's been holding you back. There's that. Or again, you know, just something, it could even be something legal, you know, that's been holding you back, you know, something along those lines. Maybe some of you trying to get, you know, status, or, you know, in a particular country, or, you know, something like that. Something's been a disappointment here. Okay, but as far as like where universe wants you to be, because you're in the Three of Swords, but universe is saying, well, okay, or spirit, God, whatever, you know, you want to go with here, is saying, okay, but we want you to see, you know, it's like, we want you to see that there is something to recover from here. There is something that we're handing you, this cup. And it's like, so universe is wanting you to see that there is a reason for this. There is something that has been hard and difficult, but you know, they're trying to, like, universe is trying to reach out and say, hey, but over here, you need to see this. This is the thing to see, right? There's some kind of offer coming in, or something that's going to be good. Hidden influences. You have the Seven of Swords. Ugh. All right. So, yeah, somebody could be being sneaky. Somebody could be tiptoeing around something. There's that. All right. I'm getting the feeling that it literally is someone. For others of you, though, it might not be a person. It might just be the energy of the Seven of Swords being like a hidden influence, because the Seven of Swords oftentimes to me is a card of repeating patterns and tiptoeing around things that really need to be looked at, things that need to be taken care of, things that need to be let go of so that we can recover. All right. But for many of you, I feel like it actually is a person that is possibly tiptoeing around something with you, sneaking around something, or just being a little bit of a creeper in some way, or being dishonest in some way. Because the reason I feel it's a person is because you have this Six of Cups here as far as kind of an obstacle to your freedom. Six of Cups, you may be being too kind to something or someone, or too innocent about something or someone. All right. So it's like, I feel like it's time for you to make a decision. All right. If someone hasn't treated you well, if someone's really got ulterior motives, they, they've been a trickster with you, or they've been just bad, not good stuff, right? It's like, okay, maybe there's been a connection with this person for a long time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there should still be. I feel like this, because this is showing in your advice, the Ace of Swords is about getting very clear and decisive, and sometimes a little bit, a little harsh, all right, with things. It doesn't mean you have to be harsh to this person, but definitely an energy of let go. You have a yes here. Okay, right after that let go, it says yes. There's something, someone to let go of. Now, if it's not a person, then I would say it's a naivety. I never know how to say it. I know how to spell it and all those things, but I never know how to say it. Naivety, whatever. Being naive. There's something here where you're being too naive about, and it's time to cut that out. All right, let go of that sort of naivety, whatever, that word. All right. And it's like, instead, it's like, bring forth what is wanting to come through for you, because God, spirit, angels, whatever, they're trying to hand you this golden cup. They're saying, Sagittarius, please look up, please see this. Stop focusing on, well, yeah, but it's not this and it's not that and it's not that, and with the arms folded, kind of thing. And it's like, see what is really there. There is something here. There is something sincere that is going to be offered for you, that is a way of recovery and a way of leaving behind this situation so that you can move forward toward a new plan here. All right, for sure. There's someone in your energy that's just, I don't know. I feel like there's somebody that just kind of keeps like trying to poke away, poke the bear or something like that. And I feel like you, because of a nostalgic, or, you're probably just nice. And I'm not saying you have to be the mean person here or anything like that, but in your own energy, yes, you do. You need to like make like a cut, clear ties with this situation and take care of you. All right. Take care of nurturing yourself. So it doesn't block like your love flowing through and things like that for future situations. So definitely letting go of something here. It's been a karmic lesson, most likely, to get you to this clear, decisive, hey, I need to nurture myself and put like self-love here first. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. All right, so we're on to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's see what the message is for you, Capricorn. So I'm hearing sway in my head from the Stones. What was that? Sticky Fingers, I think. It's just that demon life that caught you in its sway. Yeah. Did you ever wake up to find... It's probably, I could never choose a favorite Stone song because, I don't know, growing up, they were my favorite band, so that would be way too difficult, but I would probably say that's definitely in the top 3. It's always been a favorite song of mine. I love that song. Lyrics are cool. Music is incredible. Well executed song. All right, so sway. So maybe it's just that demon life that caught you in its sway with something. So, all right, so you have, within the next few months, ask your angels. There's going to be something better here. Okay. All right, so yeah, some of you possibly got caught up in something, tempted by something. And, sometimes it's just that, demon life that caught us in its sway. So it's like within the next few months, work here on like talking to your angels, recouping, moving forward to, new opportunities, things of that nature, I would say. All right. What else do we have for Capricorn? Yeah. Actually, I think this is a little bit of a like a forewarning kind of reading, quite frankly. That's what I see. Okay. So, okay, because you have the moon card here as far as like how spirit is wanting you to be. Okay, so let's see. All right, so your current energy, Page of Wands, curious. All right, definitely curious. Possibly even texting a little bit, something like that. It's the little, it's a page. So it's not like big conversations or anything like that. It's just sort of curious banter or curious about someone, something like that. Or something. It doesn't have to be a person. Okay. But we do have the Four of Wands here. What's been holding you back? The Magician. Trying to manipulate something, I think. I feel like that's what's been holding you back. Spirit is wanting you to take a look more at how you feel. All right. Because the moon card, okay, because this is in the position of this spread of like, what does like God energy or spirit, universe, whatever, want you to be? It's like, here's who you are right now. What does spirit want you to be? Okay. So it's like, curious, fun, flirty, whatever, texting energy, or maybe you're curious about getting into a new business or curious about buying a home, something like that. But whatever it is, it's like spirit is saying more of like, no, it's like, it's not about just being curious. It's about really dealing with like emotional situations here. The moon is heavy, so it's not like God is saying, oh, we want you to be heavy or depressed or anything like that. It's saying more that just curiosity and like trying to manipulate or manifest something though isn't like the way through. The way through is to recognize like what causes like depression for you, or what causes being unclear about a situation, and getting to the root of that. It reminds me of one of the earlier reads. I can't remember what sign that was that we were on, and it might have been Leo or something like that. But it's very similar to their energy, where it's like needing to, like spirit wants you to dive in to why do things seem like an illusion to you? Why do they seem depressing? Why do they seem heavy, that sort of thing. And like recognize that. Don't just kind of skirt over that and like, oh, I'll just manifest something, fun, or manifest something new or something along those lines. I feel like spirit's wanting you to go a little bit heavier with this and realize like why. Why do you want to manifest something? Why are you curious about something or someone? And it's like, is it an escapism tool? Is it something deeper than that? That kind of thing. Now, it is a bit of a heavy reading, but it's going in a positive place here. All right. Hidden influences. You have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about looking at different perspectives. So, I mean, I can't stress this enough. These two cards are about like kind of going deep with things right now. And not just surface, what do you want, but why do you want? That way you can differentiate, like, are you just trying to distract yourself from like not wanting to look at deeper things or not wanting to look at all perspectives of something? So there's definitely a focus here that on distraction is what I'm sensing. So the Spirit's saying, hey, look at all different perspectives, look at different things going on here. Obstacles that aren't really working for you are just like throwing money at a situation, or there may be something about an imbalance, all right, also of money, all right, and that's showing more as an obstacle to your freedom. So an obstacle to your freedom may be like, well, maybe you do need to throw something, some money at something so you can be free, right? You can be free to rebuild, move forward, right? Death card into the Four of Wands, which is your most likely outcome, which is a strong situation, strong partnership, or strong foundation. So the obstacle to your freedom could mean like maybe there's something to throw some money at or to give some money toward. Sometimes the Six of Pentacles is more of like a charity card or something along those lines. Or, it could be the other way around too. It's like, asking for maybe that's your obstacle to freedom, is you need to possibly ask for some help, ask for a loan, something like that. Maybe it's, you want to rebuild a house or something along those lines, or move into a new home. Well, then the obstacle to your freedom is, getting that loan or asking for it. So it depends on where you're at with your situation. So some of you possibly need to throw money at something, in a positive way, right? See all the perspectives of the situation, right? And others of you need to have the strength to ask for the money, a loan, something along those lines. Either way, it's all, moving towards, in order to rebuild in something that could be a positive foundation moving forward. All right, with the Four of Wands. This is literally your outcome card. It's a very positive card. You also have, Scorpio here, double up on Pisces. All right, Pisces is showing as like heavy energy here, and you also have Gemini, Virgo in your reading. Okay. All right, so that's what I have for Capricorn. We are on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what the message is for Aquarius, please. Okay. No need to worry is here. All right, that's a beautiful card. No need to worry. I like it. No need to worry. Okay. What's going on for Aquarius, please? Aquarius. Okay. All right, there we go. High Priestess. Okay. New start. Something showing up here for you. Okay. I feel like right now you guys are, because I was feeling it when I was shuffling. Like, I don't know, things weren't really coming out. And I know some cards fell, but there was another reason for that. That's why I put them back in the deck. Sometimes we just got to trust our reader. I know you're probably, what are those cards? I get it. I'm on the other end of viewing things sometimes, and readers will do that. And it's like, I want to know what those cards are. But I trust that, because I know, like, when I do it, there's a reason why I didn't look at those cards. Okay, so there's something here where I feel like you guys aren't really divulging a lot, or you're keeping something to yourself. You're keeping something a secret. Possibly. Okay. Something about, okay, the Seven of Pentacles. There's something here about waiting. Waiting for something to happen rather than creating something to happen from like an innocent place. Like, that's what universe wants. Universe wants you to be more the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is like a very sincere energy. It's not a fake sincere. It's not a, well, I'll be sincere today, but then I won't be a week from now. It's really a genuine and sincere energy of like, like it's, the little boy or girl or whatever, giving flowers here. It's something that is being given with sincerity and innocence. All right. So rather than like overthinking something too much, all right, there's something I feel like you guys are overthinking. And, we have this card here of no need to worry. As long as you are staying in Spirit's energy of wanting you to just move forward sincerely and genuinely, you are going to be in the right energy here. Let me take a look here. You have a lot of gray cards, like sort of neutral energy or just sort of blah, in the gray. All right, but you do have a couple bright cards here. So give me just a second here. Let me take a look at these bottom cards here. Yeah, obstacles to your freedom. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to something. Um, being afraid to be this sincere. Being afraid to be that innocent and genuine. All right. So I do feel like you guys, like, everything just seems like hard work, or like, I don't know, possibly some of you have a lot of heavy earth in your chart or something where everything needs to be practical, or, you know, or or if I put work into something, it better be for something, you know, kind of thing, where this is more about, no, just kind of that inner child energy or nostalgic energy, quite frankly, of innocence and youth and sincerity and genuinity. Because you do have the King of Wands here showing up as a hidden influence. So there could be something to do with a fire sign, masculine energy. Okay. If it's not that in particular for you, all right, you might have a nostalgic connection with like a Sagittarius or a Leo or Aries, maybe. I'm not feeling it, but, you know, I feel Leo, Sagittarius possibly more. But anyway, so this could be a hidden influence. But it's like, it's also the card of like, action oriented, creativity, being very entrepreneurial. It can be an entrepreneur type card. Instead of like playing it safe and holding on to things and clutching things and stuff like that, this might be something like, well, maybe give some thought to being more entrepreneurial, or maybe even, you know, getting out from under the thumb of like the man or something like that, and starting something on your own where you can be like, take that leap of faith where you can be a little bit more in control of like how you want to do things, or how you want to construct your business, or how you want to sell your service to more larger organizations. Instead of working for them, maybe you can subcontract for them, something like that. So I do feel it's like wanting you to get a little bit more inspired in that area. You have the Four of Swords as advice. The Four of Swords is about like taking it easy. All right, not making drastic moves, you know, in 2 seconds or anything like that. You want to wait for the perfect timing, okay, for sure. But taking your time with things, not to do something like in a big hurry, or too rashly or anything like that. So take some time, think about things. Also think about like, what is disappointing and why is it disappointing? Because there's a lesson in there. All right, there's a lesson. Whenever we're disappointed with something in life or someone in life, there's a lesson. So then, you know, let's rest and think about that. Like, and so we can learn and grow from that and be very clear. You know, Ace of Swords down here, right? We got to look at all the disappointments, the Three of Swords, so that we can rest on our truth and get to our truth. That's when we can have a clean slate and a new start, and have a lot more freedom with things. So I do feel like you guys are possibly feeling oppressed, or under my thumb, you know, something like that, or under the thumb of something where I do feel like you can break free with something in a little bit more entrepreneurial spirit. And if it's a romantic thing or something like that, I mean, if there's a marriage involved, there's a marriage involved. All right, like I feel like they're not probably going anywhere, and maybe that's a hard thing to, you know, maybe you're a secret and you're keeping this a secret, and it's a hard thing to like realize why, you know, to take that time to realize, why am I disappointed in this scenario? Why do I keep hanging on to this scenario when they don't budge? Well, I feel like this is saying set yourself free from that. All right, it's like, it's perfect timing to really start making moves to set yourself free. That's what I see. Okay. Let's go to, that was Aquarius. We're on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Let's see what the message is for you, Pisces. Okay, you have, wow, you have big happy changes. Yay. Woohoo. All right. Big happy changes. Let's see what is up there. Okay. Big happy changes. What's the message for Pisces, please? Maybe a Sagittarius coming in. Okay, Pisces. Wow, new cycle, Pisces, for sure. Intriguing. Okay, you know what? I feel like this is something that you aren't expecting or you aren't seeing quite yet. All right, that's what I'm getting. All right. Because it's interesting. You have the Seven of Swords in this particular position where it's like, I feel like there's, like, now is the time to, like, you're not supposed to see, like, what this is. So I feel like this is a reading, Pisces, that usually I like to go in depth and I like to dig and I like to, you know, get to what's going on and, you know, hopefully give some kind of, you know, cool, helpful, interesting advice, something like that. I feel like with this reading, not to. I feel like this reading is saying, like, there is a new cycle. There is something new for you that is going to be happening. I don't feel like you see this right now. I feel like it's something that, like, you're not, like, it doesn't feel like that. Like, it doesn't feel like big happy changes are in your energy right now. Maybe for some of you they do, you know, because it depends on timing for everyone. But I feel like the most of you are sort of like, I don't know, doesn't feel like that. Just kind of feels like any old day. But there's something like that's a little bit stealth or something that is on its way toward you is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be having a conversation soon, and it's something that is going to be positive. I don't know, it could be a little bittersweet in some ways for some of you, but ultimately I do feel like it's going to be a positive change here for sure. So, yeah, definitely something like that you're not supposed to see is what I am getting from these cards. So there's really not too much I can give you from this spread. So let's see. I'm going to pull some yeah, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. Okay, so what energy and or advice does Pisces, what is okay for Pisces? Energy and or advice, whatever is welcome for them at this time. Okay. Yeah, you have new beginnings showing up. I can see it right there. Oh, my whole deck was in reverse. Okay. All right. So I bet all the cards are in reverse. Yeah. So these aren't in reverse. I was holding the deck that way. Okay. Wow. You have, oh, wow. Pisces. You have new beginnings twice out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 oracle cards. I use different brands all mixed together, and you got 2 cards that say new beginnings. Look at that. Wow. Just so, and you have the sun. All right, you have be authentic, be supportive, and be flexible showing up here. All right, so be authentic says be real and true to who you are and how you feel. All right, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. You also have be supportive, make a genuine effort to show that you care. And you have this card of being flexible. And I will say too, that oftentimes when this shows up, like in personal readings and stuff, when I do these oracle cards at the end, I always point out that it's like a new life because look, it's an egg. All right. So eggs are like symbolic of like new beginnings, new birth of something. So be flexible with like new things that are coming in. And since you have new beginnings twice and technically kind of again, you know, and the sun. So just be you, be authentic, be you, welcome this, be supportive of things, be authentic of things, be genuine of things, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. That's what the card says. Think this is good. All right. All kinds of new energy coming for you. So, I mean, that in tandem with big happy changes. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to leave it a little bit of a mystery reading because I feel like it could cover a lot of different areas. And like I said, I feel like it's not something that possibly you are even really feeling right now. Like you're maybe like looking at this reading going, yeah, I wish that was for me or something like that. I really do think this is going to be something that could possibly catch you off guard in a way, in a good way. All right. And be very positive for you. So yay. All right. So I'm going to leave it there and thank you guys so much. And